Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 5 signs that you are an empath or highly sensitive person. HSP is now a clinical term. And more importantly, a lot of my audience already know they are. So also within this video, I'm going to share with you 3 essential self-care practices you should be doing. Because what I find with most of the empaths and highly sensitive folks I talk to is they don't like it. They feel different. They feel, like they're living in this foreign place that's overly intense, overly stimulating, overly intrusive. They're always tired. They're always picking up bad vibes from their friends and neighbors and coworkers. And quite frankly, they don't like the energy. They don't like the vibe here. So therefore, but that's because they're not really doing what needs to be done, which are those self-care tips, which are different than a normal person would live, to promote and sustain their sort of unique perspective and predicament. And when you can care for yourself properly, you can live your life at your optimum frequency, at your optimal state of being. And trust me when I say this, you'll find you'll be grateful for that sensitivity, that expanded awareness that allows you to access your soul's wisdom and guidance. It's a blessing. But if you're not taking care of yourself, then you're not really accessing your potential. So this is sort of a twofold video for those who don't really know what the heck an empath is and are curious and maybe intuitively feel they might be. And also for all of you who maybe want to learn how to optimize yourself in life with your gifts. Real quick, before I proceed, let me just say, if you're brand new to my YouTube channel, welcome. Let me give you a warm welcome. I have a free meditation I made for all of my subscribers. It's for empathic, sensitive people. It's for people who are going through a spiritual transformation. And it will help you learn how to tune into yourself and heal your energy blockages all on your own. It's a guided meditation, but you're the one doing the work, and that's the way I designed it. It's totally free. Check it out down below if you'd like, at the top of the description box or the top comment. And with that said, I'll now get into the heart of the video. Sign number 1, you're an empath or HSP, is that you manifest your stress physically. Your mental stress, you feel physically. If you're angry, it's not that you're just resisting something in your mind, and your mind is racing. Your whole body it contracts and it heats up, and it's just this very physical experience. I've been like that my whole life, and quite frankly, I'm not too fond of that aspect of it, I'll admit. And I can see some of my kids are, my son Lucas in particular, where when he gets worked up, he literally can't stop himself from kind of spazzing out. He's 5 and having a tantrum. So I find myself really having to be patient with him. My point is, if you just have always been just manifesting your stress physically, easily worn down. Stress at work will make you come home and just be drained and zapped and exhausted. That's definitely a notable trait of the empathic person. Number 2, more specifically, people's energy makes you physically tired. Why? Someone's mood that might be sitting 5 rows ahead of you, or the next cubicle, their emotional mood, that's silent, that's not saying anything, it tires you out. Because you have difficulty blocking out the vibration sent out from a negative state of being of the passersby or people in your life. You go to a party or a busy place, like for me, the epitome of a place that used to always drain me was the Apple store at the mall. The malls, for a while, in general, were exhausting to me. And it's funny, because I'd always be like, yeah, let's go to the mall, babe. I talk to my wife, let's go to the mall. And I'd get there, and I'd think, what the hell was I thinking? I'm instantly exhausted. I want to leave now. And she'd be annoyed, because, I talked her into going. Anyways, but the Apple store, all those people, all those electronics, man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't work there. Because I'm empathic, too. And those energies sort of affect me, and they bring me down. They lower my energy level substantially. Number 3 is you have a bleeding heart. You care so much for all that's good and holy in the world. And unfortunately, you live in quite a dark place, and you see a lot of injustice and pain and suffering. And it can be very, very difficult for the empathic person. Most of them don't watch the news, and if they do, they're really not going to be in a happy place, because all those vibes are going to get into them and drive them nuts. But it's very, like at least it seems to you, unusually challenging to witness anything that is damaging to the human spirit, or just, again, the overall godness and goodness of the world. When it's tampered with in a negative way, it's like a lot for you. And also, on the positive side of the spectrum, when you witness beauty or divinity, which there's plenty of that here still, oh, you feel it. You tune with it. You merge with it. You connect with it. Okay? Now we're getting into some of the more positive qualities. That same sensitivity, that same open heart allows you to experience incredible depths of joy and love and spiritual connection. Number 4 is you're extremely, to your advantage, intuitive. You just know things. How? You just know. I don't know how. You tell me. I'm still trying to figure it out. Sometimes you just know things without knowing how you know them. Sometimes you just sense things. And if you're smart, you listen to that knowing. You listen to the intuition, because you'll see it's always right. It's always hooking you up and paying you back in dividends and helping you avoid pitfalls and helping you seize the day when there's an opportunity that arises. Your intuition. It's so open, so keen, and so in tune. A lot of you are like, you would even maybe describe yourselves as psychic. Some of you might even perceive auras and lights and orbs around people. Some of you might have premonitions in your dreams. Some of you might just be so in tune that you just always know the next step in your life without knowing why. But that empathy, that can drain your energy, yes, can make you sort of open container for other people's bad jujus. I get it. That same mechanism and ability and way of perceiving reality allows you to embody an incredibly intuitive state of mind. And that can suit you in amazing ways. That intuition, it's loud enough for all of you right now that it can literally just sort of tell you how to build an amazing life, a fulfilling life of your dreams. Your intuition can get the job done. And you have incredible, clear access to it. Number 5 is you are waking up. You're going through something. You're going through a spiritual transformation, a shift, spiritual in nature, a sudden realization that there's way more to life, way more to you, way more to reality than you were taught and grew up thinking and believing. You're going through a shift that's causing you to really evaluate your life, your code of ethics, your priorities, and it might cause you to make a lot of big changes quickly in your life, from your careers, from your relationships, from your living situations, from your hobbies, from the way you dress, from the way you eat, the way you brush your teeth. All of this might be massively in flux right now, because all the empathic and highly sensitive people now are waking up, because there's a massive shift and there's a mass awakening going on. There's a new energy present helping you do that, and the empathic people are going to be the first to notice it, because you feel everything. But it's good. It's good. You're like a pioneer in this. Okay? So anyways, if you guys resonated with all of that or some of that, then watch this next section, which is going to help you not be so tired all the time, not be so cranky, not need to be so isolated, not come home from work exhausted, okay? That's where these tips now are going to come in. They're going to help you big time. Number 1 is every single one of you empathic folks needs downtime. Because the reality is, although you have all those benefits to being empathic, the con list is still there. You still are maybe having to use energy to block out people's vibrations, and whether you're successful or not, that takes energy in itself. And you do sometimes come across someone and pick up their energy, and you might just be more tired than most people you know. But if you can just pencil in your schedule some downtime. And what's nice about downtime, it's so easy. You just do nothing, man. Just chill. Paint, go for a walk. My friend Aaron, every night, he's on his computer all day. He's like me, he's a YouTuber. And he goes to the park, this local park, and he walks around barefoot, and he kind of like sits by trees, doesn't bring his phone, doesn't listen to music. He's just out there, kind of wandering around, like with that childlike kind of wonder and awe. So downtime is not only pretty enjoyable, a nice contrast to the crazy busy lives we live, but it'll charge you up. Your battery, yes, I agree, drains quickly. But guess what? It also fills up quickly when you give it the right fuel. And the fuel is free. It's nothing. It's just space and openness and nothing to do. Chilling out, hanging out. So please, for your own good, and just watch how well this works. Give yourself some downtime, in whatever way that means. And if you're lucky and you live by any semblance of nature, go to nature, because it's like downtime on steroids. Number 2, and I know a lot of empaths I've talked to don't do this, but they should, is some type of movement / exercise. Now let me tell you why. I know some of you are thinking, I don't care, I don't need to be all vain, I don't need 6-pack abs, I don't care about that either. I'm not saying that. Here's the thing. One of the reasons you get so drained and have these issues is because you pick up energy from your world that's not always positive. And just our natural response to this energy collection is to contract, is to contract, and mentally, physically. And guess what we do? When we do that, it's like we're open, the energy comes in, and then it's like we're keeping it in. So exercise, whether it's Tai Chi or bodybuilding or yoga, whatever you're into, it will let the energy flow, because you have the dominant energy. You have a stronger energy to those which are coming into you. But if you don't get it revving up and flowing through your system, it's like it's lying there kind of dormant. Exercise in any form, just getting your body moving and breaking a sweat, will help the energy flow, and you'll just naturally sort of dispel out anything you pick up. I work out every single day, and I feel great. It made a huge difference. And more so, it will strengthen your central nervous system, which tends to be overstimulated by all the stimuli in your life that you're so sensitive to. Exercise essentially will strengthen your nervous system, allow you to handle more of the input without getting so tired. It'll give you that strength to sort of keep your, in a sense, healthy walls up, to not be so subject to everyone's vibes. You'll become the dominant vibration, which is going to be good for other people because you got a nice vibe anyway. So get your booty in gear and get moving. I don't care if you're 75 years old, if you're 85, doesn't matter. You can go for a walk. You can break a sweat. You'll feel a lot better, you'll have a lot more energy, and you'll come way more impervious to the elements in which you find yourselves in. Number three is meditation. And I know a lot of empaths, I don't like meditation. Vic, I suck at it. Well, guess what? So do I, but I still do it. And I'll tell you why. It's because it allows me, it's like every day I meditate, it trains me to live as more of the objective observer, where there's negativity all around. Not now, luckily I'm in the mountains, but I don't have to resist it. I don't have to judge it. I don't have to get intermingled with it. I can just observe it. But that's hard because our mind is always contracting on everything. Right now it's contracting on the camera. You're watching, you're thinking. The mind. And then we become the mind. We become unconscious. But when you meditate, you can see the mind, and then you can choose to participate in the mind games or not. Basically, meditation is going to help you in a healthy way detach from all the things in your life that stress you out and bring you down and absorb into you. You can be aware of them, but you'll have the ability and the training to not judge them, and therefore you'll have no ties with them, and therefore they won't affect you. It's not the person's bad mood that's the problem. It's your habit of investing yourself in their bad mood that is. And we're all guilty of it. And I'm not very meditative if I don't meditate personally. Maybe you are. But I know for me, getting my body moving, giving myself downtime, and training myself to be more present and conscious have allowed me to live at more of an optimal state of being. And I've come to find that same sensitivity that used to piss me off has been the biggest blessing in my entire life. And I'm so grateful for it, okay? And lastly, I would recommend not getting hung up on the labels, because every human being has the potential to be empathic and highly sensitive, and we all are to some extent. I sort of single these words out because I know they're going to reach the right people that are maybe going through these experiences I'm talking about, okay? You guys have an amazing day. I hope this video served you. Namaste.